All right, lads. So we're at the 2026 ISTAF Indoor in Düsseldorf. And honestly, the women's long jump might have been one of the deepest events of the entire meet. You had Malaika Mihambo in front of the home crowd and Ramona Verman, along with a bunch of emerging athletes everywhere. And then Khaddi Sagnia quietly putting together one of the most technically solid competitions in the field. And that's kind of the thing with Khaddi. She's not always the loudest athlete in the competition. She's not always a headline, but she's consistently dangerous. At ISTAF Indoor Düsseldorf, she finished second overall with 6.56 meters, tied on distance with Mihambo, but ahead on countback. And when you actually look at the competition, the margins were ridiculous. First place was won at 6.59, then immediately behind Khaddi Sagnia and Malaika Mihambo, both on 6.56. That's elite indoor jumping. And what stood out the most with Khaddi's performance was rhythm. Indoor long jump is brutally technical because there's no wind adjustment, no environmental excuses, and the runway feels fast. Every tiny mistake gets exposed immediately. But Sagnia looked composed throughout the competition. And what's interesting about Khaddi is how experienced she looks in pressure situations now. She's been competing internationally for years, and you can tell watching her runway approach. Nothing feels rushed, no panic near the board, no massive posture breakdowns, just controlled acceleration into takeoff. And honestly, that matters more indoors than people realise. A lot of jumpers can hit one huge mark outdoors with the perfect tailwind. Indoors is different. Indoors rewards repeatable mechanics. That's why athletes like Sagnia remain relevant year after year internationally. And 2026 was actually shaping into a really strong season for her overall. A couple of months after ISTAF, she finished fourth at the World Indoor Championships in Turin with a season best of 6.78. Again, one of the strongest women's long jump finals in the world this year. So when you go back and watch ISTAF Düsseldorf, it really feels like part of that momentum building. Not necessarily a massive breakout performance, more like, yeah, Khaddi's still one of the most reliable jumpers in Europe. And reliability in long jump is rare because this event is chaos. You're sprinting full speed at a tiny takeoff board knowing 1 centimeter changes everything. One foul and suddenly your best jump no longer exists. Meanwhile, Sagnia kept producing competitive marks throughout the indoor season. And technically, her jumping style is really smooth to watch too. Not overly aggressive, not forced, just efficient. Which honestly explains why she's remained competitive internationally for so long. At ISTAF Indoor 2026, she didn't leave with the win, but a 6.56 indoors against that level of competition absolutely confirmed she's still one of the top long jumpers in Europe.